In this video, I'm going to talk about how to stop worrying so much. And if you're prone to worrying about all the things all at once, stick around until the end to make sure that you know some tools that can really support you with that. I want to start off by saying that if you feel like you're alone in the level and the amount of worry that's common for you, I promise you, we all experience this. Yes, there might be different levels and levels of impact that people have, but worrying is a very natural, very innate part of our mind and body. It's part of the way that our mind and our nervous system tries to keep us safe by having us go through all the potential things that could go wrong and have us prepare for them. It's just that we don't often see it that way. We see it as just this really life disrupting part of our mindset. So I want you to remember that it's okay to notice the desire to worry about something, that anticipatory anxiety that can sometimes come up with or without cause. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's actually something very right with that fact, because if we didn't have the capacity to worry at all, imagine someone who has no capacity to worry, has no care in the world. That is actually a signal that there's something really wrong about their physiology. Now, what I do want you to think about to manage the amount of worry that's typical for you is to create designated worry time. So think about it this way. We're often told that we shouldn't worry. And for most of us who do worry, that only amplifies that feeling. Feeling like we shouldn't do something, we shouldn't feel that way, only takes us in that direction of wanting it more and more and more. So designated worry time could be you adding 5 to 10 minutes to your day that's going to just be dedicated to worrying. You're not allowed to do anything else. You're just going to think about all those worries, those fears, anxieties, what's causing you overwhelm for a time blocked chunk of time. You can add 5 to 10 minutes to your timer. And the first thing that I want you to do, so step one, is I just want you to free write on the concept of everything that's worrying you. The prompt there that you can use for this journaling exercise is, I am so worried because, and then you're just going to let yourself go. Don't stop and don't censor yourself. Go for as long as you need to. If the timer rings and there's more on your mind, go ahead and let it all out. I promise you that seeing all of those worries written down on paper is going to serve as the first really powerful mindset shift. So just taking your worries out of your mind so they're not spiraling and causing you that rumination throughout the day, actually seeing them and being able to read them in front of you is going to be a powerful way to start to overcome them. So the second step in the process, and how you can make this even more productive for yourself, is to start to reflect on the best case scenarios that could happen. The prompt there that you can use for this portion of the journaling practice is, what if it turns out better than I can imagine? In this way, we're starting to retrain our mind to look for opportunities. Not only are we asking our mind to think of, what if just not the worst case scenarios happen or something neutral happens, but really challenging yourself to think about what are some of the best things that could come about from these events that worry me. The bonus here is that the second part of the exercise can start to help you become more action-oriented. So really focusing on what are the things that are in your control. Now, the third and final step is, once you've gotten your worries down on paper and you can reread those and reflect on them, and you have your opportunities down on paper and reread those as well, I want you to get back into that action-oriented mindset. So reflecting on the list of worries, what are some small actions you can take to prevent some of those worst case scenarios from happening? Is there anything small that you can do today to ensure that those outcomes that your mind is imagining don't actually happen? And then I want you to look at the list of opportunities, and in the same way, start to think about, are there things that I can start to do today to actually take myself in that direction of good things happening to me? Is there any small ways that I can prepare for that already, or just small things that can help me feel more in control? Again, remember that a lot of times worry and anxiety comes about from focusing on the things that are outside of our control. So if we flip that and focus on what is in our control, we're going to feel so much better and so much more empowered. Now, the very last step that I want you to consider is, once you start to take those small daily actions, is to trust. So, a healthy dose of action and a healthy dose of trust and surrender is exactly how we find that true inner peace that we are so craving in our day to day life. So, feeling more empowered, more in control, that no matter what happens, we're going to be prepared no matter what. Now, if you've ever struggled with the concept of self trust, go ahead and comment the word trust on this video, and I will share with you a guided meditation designed exactly for this purpose to help you tap into more of that inner wisdom and self trust that's possible for all of us to cultivate. And as you journal, as you create this designated worry time throughout your days, remember just 10 minutes a day can start to help you deconstruct some of those worries and that crazy spiral that can sometimes happen in our mind, especially when we're anticipating an event or something challenging coming up. Just 10 minutes a day as you sit and as you write, I want you to also just breathe deeply as you do that. Remember that deep breaths help regulate the nervous system continuously. So just as you journal, especially on that prompt of these are the things that worry me, I'm worried because, I want you to continuously come back to the breath. Breathe deep down into the belly as you journal. Anytime you notice the breath is starting to get stuck, just take a moment to reset and then get back to writing. And that's designated worry time. It's helped me, especially anytime I'm anticipating travel or anything like that. It's helped my clients before big projects, big presentations, just anything that's really weighing on us subconsciously. We want to actually explore that and uncover that to make sure that it doesn't keep us stuck and in that stress spiral. I hope this was helpful.